You Why, hello. I'm all wobbly down here. It's a bit better. Ooh, don't do that. What am I doing? Oh dear. Instead of changing up, I changed down. The mouse is in for service number 1, 600-mile service. And I'm pretty close, 613. So anyway, in theory, I've got a courtesy bike, otherwise I won't be going to work. And I'll be walking home. So while it's in for service numero uno, I hope you can hear this. I've adjusted the gain down, so you probably can't hear a bloody thing one way or another, but watch for people crossing in front of the bus. So yeah, service numero uno. They're going to have it all day because I'm at work anyway, and it means to say they can fit the crash bars, spotlights, and I see I've got engine bars on the invoice, so I'd like to think they're being fitted, unless I've misunderstood the invoice, which is entirely possible, of course. Well, I'm off away for a couple of days. So there'll be no vlogging. I don't think so, anyway. Certainly if there is, it's going to be uninteresting non-bike stuff. Like my videos anyway. Do you know what? It'd be nice if I could point out the transmitter to prove it, but it's too misty. Because that mended transmitter, I looked it up when I got back, just out of interest. And in the witty, certainly not witty, in the wiki article, it says, oh, it's so tall it can be seen as far away as Puriton in Somerset, which is about 14 miles away from it. And I'm thinking, well, you can see it from further away than that, because I can see it. So then I was doubting myself, but I've checked it. I've checked the line of sight. It is definitely mended transmitter that I can see from the top of the road there. So having a double party. Right, we are here, and I shall see thee shortly. I hope I'll either be walking home or on a courtesy bike. So, ta-ta for now. Right, well, service done. Took about 6 minutes. Very impressive. It was like a Formula 1 pit stop. I didn't even have to get off the bike, but not until I had to go and sign the paperwork. They're good, aren't they? Eh? But no, believe it or not, I got the black Transalp as a courtesy bike. Do you know what? Right, Honda has stopped supplying service books, right? But I managed to get one. You know, they don't issue them now, but you know, there was one kicking around, so. And I thought before I left, oh, I'd better get my service book, get the stamp in the book. And I picked up the bloody owner's manual. What a pillock. Do you know, there are times when I wonder if I could find my own ass with both hands. Right, I have a product arriving in the post. That I'm going to be testing. It hasn't been supplied to me. I've bought the bloody thing. It looks like a good idea. It sounds like a good idea. So we'll find out. Well, in other news, I'm actually I'm considering getting a chin mount for the old skid lid. I'm a bit torn because obviously there are big disadvantages because I've got a flip face lid and I quite like to flip the front up, and if I do that, well, I'm not recording anything other than Sky, am I? So however, there are lots of advantages. For example, when you get off your bike and you take your lid off, that's it. You know, the camera and the microphone and all that are one complete unit. I don't have any issues then of, well, where do I put the mount? You know, where do I stow it? So I don't know. I mean, I can get one and stick it on, and I can try and see what I think, see what you think. I mean, there are ways around the issue of, you know, once I flipped up, I mean, I've got enough cameras now. You know, I've got this, I've got the GoPro, and it won't matter if I don't record the sound on that anymore, will it? I've got the Insta360, I've got the old Acaso or Acaso thing. So I've got plenty of options. But of course that means if I'm running the Insta360 all the time, honestly, it's a pain in the ass to edit. Well, I say that. I don't tend to use it to its potential. I tend to use it just now as a pram cam. But it's handy to have. You see, the thing is, you never know what's going to happen, do you? You never know what you might capture. And so, if I just had a pram cam and this one that was pointing at the sky, I might miss something like a car accident, or I might be involved in an accident, and then I haven't got any footage to show exactly what happened. That's why the 360 is quite good. I may only use it as a pram cam most of the time, but it captures all the footage all around you, doesn't it? God. Sorry, I was just looking at all the sawdust all over the floor there, thinking, oh, that's either petrol or diesel being dragged around. So yeah, what was I piffling about? Oh yeah, cameras. So yeah, it's not a pain to edit really at the moment, because all I do is change the view to facing at me and then export it. It's just that it's one extra step that you have to take. But yeah, I mean, I could have that, I could have the GoPro, so there's options. It just adds to the editing, doesn't it? So what I gain in one convenience, I lose in another at the other end. Well, good evening. How the devil are we? Good, I hope. Fucking hell. Oh dear. Right. It's dark. Well, it's not dark, but you might not be able to see very much. I don't know, because I haven't done out to the settings, so might not be able to up the exposure enough. I'm not sure. So what brings me out at this ungodly, unearthly hour of nearly 8 o'clock? Well, I haven't tested the headlight on this. I didn't get to test the headlight on the I got a new WhatsApp message. Hello Derek, out on the bike at the moment, so I'll have a look at that when I get back. Okay. I wasn't listening to that. Okay, should we try again? We shall try again. So, action. Yeah, I haven't. I didn't test the headlight on the Hornet. I thought I'd check it on here just to see what it's like, what the visibility is like. Obviously, I've got the new spotlights fitted, so I thought we could have a look at those. It's a bit dark, isn't it? Okay, quick walk around. Bit of extra lighting. It's all about visibility as well on the road, isn't it? If they can see you, they're less likely to bloody run you over or pull out in front of you. So only a quick look for you. Right. We got one more place to go. It's going to be too misty. It is too no, it's not. No, it's not. Let's pop you here a minute. There. Now whether you can make that out or not, I've no idea, but just to the right of the top of that bungalow, you might be able to make out the little red twinkling lights. And that's the Bendip transmitter. So there we have it. You'll have seen nothing from a blur of bright lights and then a smeary, smoky horizon. Oh, talking of smoke, someone's having a bonfire. Tell you what, it's still muggy, still warm. So that concludes this part of the video. You've already seen that part of the video, which was taking this for a service, and in all fairness, I ran out of battery leaving Branson's. I noticed it was very, very low, so I didn't even bother switching it back on, to be honest. And it was hot. I blame Peter. I was in there talking for a little while in all my gear, and you know what it's like when it's hot, you just want to get moving again, don't you? Anyway, I'm rambling again. Hello. So I shall say good night. I'll catch you next time. Toodaloo. Look at that fucking idiot. You fucking